Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Kemple, and I will be serving as your facilitator this evening for our virtual career fair. We would like to make sure that everybody is just mindful of these few reminders that we have for you. One, please make sure your camera and microphone are off. You're going to be muted and your video is off so that the panelists won't be able to see you or hear you. Make sure to sign up for more sessions. This is one of the many college presentations offered, so make sure to check the schedule on the website. You can use the Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com. And so we have 6 institutions here who are going to be talking with you tonight. First up, we have Catholic University. Secondly, Mount St. Mary's University, University of Mary Washington, Virginia Commonwealth University, Ferrum College, and Virginia Tech. And so first up, we are going to have Catholic University's representative.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Bottolato. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. All right. I apologize for the noise in the background. I am in Whole Foods right now. I'm out on university travel. So that's just what comes along with admissions. All right. So we can begin about learning about Catholic. So we currently have a student body of around 3,100 undergraduate students. Out of that number, 80% of our students do identify as Catholic, 27% of our students are ethnically diverse, and we do have students from 8% of our students are international students. We were founded as a research-heavy institution, so research is still very important to us here at Catholic University. So we do have 34 on-campus research centers for our campus community. You can begin research as early as your freshman year, and there are research opportunities in every single major in every undergraduate school. An average class size at Catholic is 19 students. You have the opportunity to create and develop a relationship with your professors. They'll know you on a name-to-name basis. And then we do have the largest and greenest campus in Washington, D.C. with 176 acres of green space. You do have the best of both worlds of having that quiet, traditional college campus, but then also being located in the nation's capital. There are so many different ways to get involved. We have 100 plus student clubs and organizations. We have more than 40 to 50 events each week, and we do have Division III varsity teams. 25 of those teams, and then also if you don't want to be on the varsity level, which are about 30% of our student body, we have 9 club sports, 16 intramural leagues, and 2 fitness centers on campus. Life in DC at your age is such a great advantage because there's so many different things to do once you're a student here at Catholic. And to help you get into the city, we do have immediate metro access right on our campus. So Catholic University has its own metro stop called Brookland CUA. Hop on that, and 3 stops away, you're already at Union Station, where you can hop on the Amtrak train. You can walk to the Capitol building from there. It's just very convenient, and that metro gives you access to the entire DC city, Maryland, and Virginia, and also access to the airport. Also, with our location, we have about 3,000 plus internship opportunities for our students. And once you're in the city, there's festivals, concerts, museums. You can go to the monuments, you can go into Arlington or Alexandria in Virginia, Bethesda in Maryland. So there's just so many different things you could do once you're in the city of DC. There are 9 undergraduate schools of study that you can apply to. And when you're applying to us, you'll be applying directly to the major that you're interested in. Our application review now. So we do review applications on a rolling basis. So as long as you get your information into us, you'll have an answer after about 2 weeks once all your documents have been submitted. 2 important dates to remember: November 15th is the deadline for your spring application, and July 15th is the fall application. And the way to apply to us is on the Common App. You do have merit scholarships as a transfer student. So first we have the Catholic University Scholarship that ranges from $17,000 to $24,000 each year, and that is awarded solely on your academics. So we'll look at your transcript and award that scholarship based on your transcript. You also can apply to the parish scholarship. That's an additional $4,000 each year if you're part of a Catholic parish. It is a required question on the Common App. It's going to ask you yes or no if you want to apply to this. So that's $16,000 in total just for filling out some information about your parish when you're applying to us. We also have the legacy grant. That's $1,000 if you have a grandparent, parent, or sibling that earns a degree from Catholic. And then lastly, we have the Phi Theta Kappa for our transfer students as well. And there is no separate application for any of these scholarships. The only ones that are a little different are the parish and legacy, which are only applied for on the Common App. And that is the end of my portion of Catholic University.
Thank you so much, Rachel. We appreciate that. And next up, we have Mount St. Mary's University.
Hello, everyone. Let me just go ahead and share my screen here. I will also give a similar disclaimer. I have my toddler here with me, so I apologize. Hopefully he doesn't interrupt. Can everyone see? Can someone who has a voice access tell me, because I can't see you, if you can see my screen? Oh, the answer is no. Hold on. Sorry. All right. How about now? There we go. Okay, so welcome everyone. I will talk briefly about Mount St. Mary's University. My name is Hannah. I am the transfer admissions counselor here. Very similarly to Catholic University, we are a small private Catholic institution as well. We have around 214 years of Catholic tradition, and around 51% of our students do identify as Catholic. However, we are welcoming to all religious groups. We have many student organizations and religious groups outside of that Catholic tradition as well. Like I said, we are a small private school. We have around 2,000 undergraduate students, and it's split pretty evenly amongst female and male students. We have quite a diverse campus with around 47% of our students identifying as non-white. And we have our students coming from 47 states and 38 separate countries. We are not a commuter campus. The majority of our students are living on campus in a residence hall or upperclassmen apartment. Around 77% of those students are doing so. We have free parking and free laundry on campus, so it's easy to stay there, easy to travel home. That's something that I love about Mount St. Mary's. We have around 80 major options for you as transfer students. Unfortunately, those dual degree programs that are in the right-hand corner are unable to be finished in the timeline that we're hoping with transfer students. So we're hoping to get those to our transfer students here soon, but otherwise we have around 80 different majors, and then a couple of different minor options here outside of the majors. You are able to turn any major option into a minor. We have super flexible degree program, and we try to utilize your credits as much as possible. So we'll take up to 75 credits coming from any regionally accredited institution. Courses will come over either as degree requirement courses or matching courses, or they'll come over as elective courses. Either way, you'll still get the grade and hours for them, so that'll be useful to you. We also really encourage all of our students to get involved in internships while they're here on campus. Around 76% of our students do an internship before they graduate. A lot of our majors require one, but any major, we encourage our students to get involved outside of campus. We also have internships on campus available for students that aren't able to travel to local areas like Frederick, Gettysburg, areas like that. Other ways to get involved, we have over 70 clubs and organizations ranging from musical clubs to cultural clubs, academic clubs, really whatever you are interested in, you can find a place here for you at Mount St. Mary's. So I encourage you to explore our student engagement website. Hold on one second, sweetheart. So sorry. definitely get involved, especially as a transfer student. I know it's a little bit difficult to make those connections. And so I really encourage everyone to get involved in student orgs. Similarly, we also have a very active athletics here at Mount St. Mary's. We have 24 Division I athletic teams, and around a quarter of our students are student athletes. If you are not interested in participating in a Division I sport, we do have club sports and intramural sports as well. In terms of required application pieces, I'm so sorry, give me one second. Working from home is just fabulous. Okay, so in terms of what we need for you application-wise, we accept our online application as well as the Common App. We do not have any fees for that application. Along with that application, we'll also need a final high school transcript and any college transcripts from any institution you've attended, as well as one academic letter of recommendation. We have some optional pieces there as well if you want to just supplement your application and give us a little bit more information about you. And then in the left bottom corner is just some additional scholarships that if you are eligible for, I encourage you to look into. We also have merit-based scholarships that are automatically applied to your account as long as you meet the requirements for those. And you can see here what that kind of looks like for you. We also have our cost breakdown here. That cost includes room and board. If you're excluding room and board and you're interested in being a commuter student, that's around $40,000. And around $34,000 of that is given to you in scholarships and grant aid. And so you're looking at a true cost of attendance around $25,000. And that is pretty much everything I have to say. If you do have any questions, I encourage you to reach out to me at this number. I'm happy to help. You can call or text that number. I'm a big fan of texting nowadays. I apologize that my toddler wanted to interrupt briefly, but that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hannah. We know life is happening everywhere, so thank you very much. Okay, so next up, we have University of Mary, Washington.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Jose Torres. I'm the Assistant Director of Transfer Admissions at the University of Mary, Washington. So just hold fast while I share my screen. All right. And also, I have a disclaimer as well. I have an active 4-year-old upstairs, so if you hear any stomping, that's her running around. She likes to do laps on the main level of the house. So let's just get right into it. The University of Mary, Washington is a public liberal arts and sciences university located in Fredericksburg, Virginia. We have over 4,100 undergraduate students. Students represent over 34 states in 38 foreign countries. And we like to tell people that we are an ideal college town location because we are right smack dab in the middle between Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Virginia. So that allows for a lot of unique opportunities for our students when it comes to research and work opportunities in the Fredericksburg area, but also in the greater area as well. When it comes to transferring to the University of Mary, Washington, you can do that in one of 3 ways. The most common way to do that is our traditional transfer route, where you'll be working towards a BA or a BS degree. The next one would be our BLS program, which is our adult degree completion program. That's for working adults with some college experience that are looking to complete programs as quickly as possible. It's also the only program that we offer that's 100% online through our BLS program, which is our leadership and management major. And then finally, our BSN completion program, which is our RN to BSN program. You'll need to have completed a 2-year nursing program, as well as earned an RN license to participate in our BSN completion program. When it comes to our classroom experience, we average about 19 students per class. There are no graduate assistants at Mary Wash. All classes are taught by master teachers, and over 90% of our full-time faculty have their terminal degrees. So you're going to bump into a lot of doctors on campus. We also like to focus on discussion-based seminar courses, whereas you'll still get your traditional lecture, but more often than not, you'll also break it down into buddy work and group work and things like that. We feel like the information can be better retained when you're working amongst yourself independently with your peers. So this is a breakdown this is a list of all the majors that we offer at the university. We have over 30 majors for students to choose from. Our most popular are going to be business, psychology, English. Our historic preservation program is a top 20 program in the country, as well as biology and education. If you do not see a major listed here, don't lose heart. We do also offer students the opportunity to create special majors where you can pull courses from other programs together to create your own little Frankenstein's monster of a major. When it comes to our admissions process, what is it that we're looking for in future UMW Eagles? There's no rigid formula that we follow. There's no A plus B equals C, which in turn means you're accepted. We review each student individually. It's never a situation where I'm looking at student A and comparing them to student B before I make an admissions decision. And we consider all factors. That's why we ask you for all the information that we ask you for. In order to start an application, you would need to submit online, either through the Common App or through the UMW application. We will also need to see official transcripts from all schools previously attended. If you have earned an associate's degree, we do not need to see any high school information like a final high school transcript. Some other important factors to consider: a challenging program, strong academic performance. We also look for positive grade progression. So if things started off a little rough for you in the beginning, but there was a marked improvement from there, your GPA may not readily reflect that. But if in your last few semesters, we've seen you doing really awesome work, we'll take that into consideration. We are test choice at the university. We've actually been test choice at Mary Washington for the last 5 or 6 years. So even before the pandemic, we didn't need to see any standardized test scores. The essay or personal statement is optional, but again, the more information you can provide, the better, as well as a list of extracurricular activities, special talents. If you have a resume, you can upload that as well. Letters of recommendation, try to keep it to 2, and also a demonstrated interest in the university. So coming to an open house or coming to one of our information sessions for transferring, or we had a mini transfer open house last Friday. And if you came to those sorts of events, showing us that you are interested in the school, because we want you to want to come to Mary Washington. We also offer guaranteed admissions for any VCCS community college, like so Virginia Community College System schools like Germanna or Northern Virginia Community College, Lord Fairfax, as well as Richard Bland College. So if you have a cumulative GPA of a 3.0 or higher and going to be earning an associate's degree in arts, sciences, or arts and sciences, we can guarantee your admission to the University of Mary Washington. We'll also accept all of your credits and waive most of your gen eds if you transfer with an associate's degree under the umbrella of guaranteed admissions. Some application filing dates to make you aware of. If you're looking to get started in the spring, which is a January start, you want to have your application submitted by October 15th. A summer start, which is a late May start, March 1st, and then a fall start is April 1st. So that's actually next Friday. That being said, though, you can apply beyond the deadline and still be considered, and there may be some merit scholarships still available to you, but it's best if you get your application submitted by these dates. So that way, you know, all your ducks are in order and you've got everything kind of set up for success going into the new semester. I mentioned scholarships before. We do offer merit scholarships to incoming transfer students based strictly on the information that I see when I'm reviewing you. You're in line to receive any of these scholarships as an in-state commuter, an in-state resident, or an out-of-state student. And there also could be some additional funds thrown your way as well. So make sure you fill out that FAFSA. So this is a breakdown of our tuition and fees for the current school year. I always show people this. It's like buying a car. Rarely, if ever, does someone have to pay full freight to attend the university. I mentioned merit scholarships. There's also federal financial aid that you may qualify for, as well as grants and things that we may be able to throw your way as well, or the government may be able to throw you in order to bring the cost of attendance down. All right, so if you're looking to get in contact with us in the admissions office, this is our direct line. You can also hit us up at admit@umw.edu. We also are available on all major social media platforms as well if you have questions. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Jose. We appreciate that. Okay, so next up, we have Virginia Commonwealth University.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I think that I'm sharing my screen now. We're going to go ahead and jump into some info about VCU. VCU is a premier research institution located in the heart of Richmond, Virginia. We think that our urban location allows students many different opportunities for internships, opportunities to study within the city of Richmond. There are 7 Fortune 500 companies located in downtown Richmond. So again, our students are learning inside and outside of the classroom. We think that our urban location, again, a lot of times when students think about urban campuses, they don't think of any green spaces, but our Monroe Park campus has a park in the middle of campus. So oftentimes you'll find students enjoying the green spaces on campus. We're a bike-friendly campus. We are in a very central location, being in the capital and being in the middle of Virginia. We're about 2 hours from DC, allows students opportunities for government opportunities. And then we're about 2 hours from the mountains, 2 hours from the beach, and 2 hours from central North Carolina. So we think that we have a pretty great location. Some general information about the institution. We have a total enrollment of 29,000 students. About 22,000 of those students are undergraduate students, but we believe that we are a collection of communities. So you will find that although we're a larger institution, you will get to know your faculty and staff in a one-on-one type of environment. We have a student faculty ratio of 18:1 with the average class size of 28 students. Just over 205,000 alumni of VCU. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about when and how to apply. Our priority deadline for consideration for the fall semester was March 15th. If you missed that deadline, don't worry. We still are accepting applications. We practice rolling admissions. That means that as applications come in, we're reviewing those applications and making admissions decisions. If you're looking for admission for the spring 2023 semester, I know it sounds like it's far away, but really it's right around the corner. You want to keep in mind our November 1st deadline. Again, rolling admissions, you can apply after that time, but we do encourage you to apply by the deadlines. What we're looking for in a student, we don't have an average student, we don't have a minimum GPA, but we do say for transfer students, students should present a 2.5 GPA with the completion of 30 credit hours, 45 semester hours. If you have not completed 30 credit hours, again, don't panic. It is okay. We will still consider your application. You will be required to submit your high school transcript. So if you have over 30 credit hours, all we need is those college transcripts. But again, under 30 credit hours, we will be taking a look at that high school performance. We encourage you to come and visit our campus. If you have any questions about VCU or the Office of Admissions, feel free to reach out to us directly and certainly make time to come and visit us. I am finished.
Thank you so much, Alana. We appreciate that. All right, next up, we have Ferrum College.
All right, I'll share my screen here with you all. Slight technical difficulty. All right, so we'll go ahead and hop on in. I hope everybody's having a good evening. My name is Hannah Skeens. I'm the transfer student coordinator here at Ferrum College. It's a rainy day here in the Great Southwest, but I'm excited to get to talk to y'all a little bit about Ferrum College. So we'll go ahead and jump on in. We are a small four-year private institution located in Ferrum, Virginia. You can see right here that we're located in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is just absolutely beautiful. If you've never been, I encourage you to come and check it out. We're proud of our student to faculty ratio coming in about 13.1, excuse me. So you're going to know your professors on a personal level and by a first name basis. You're going to know your student body and really have opportunities that you may not have at a larger university. Here you can see some of our areas of study. So we encourage our students to truly seize your future like a panther. We have expert faculty and academic programs that really prepare our students for today's top careers or graduate school, whatever path they're wanting to take. We have over 70 majors and minors, so you'll benefit from personal and academic support. We have a lot of hands-on learning opportunities, a lot of internships and cool research opportunities, as well as study abroad programs during our e-turn. And students who qualify can enhance their education in our Boone Honors Program as well. So 93% of our graduates are employed or are enrolled in graduate schools within 6 months after they graduate from Ferrum College. So that's something that students as well as their parents love to hear, because all of the hard work and time that they're putting into their education truly does pay off when you graduate from Ferrum College. All right, next we have our athletic team. So our students love to support our athletic teams here at Ferrum College. We have over 20 men's and women's NCAA Division III athletic teams. And we're excited to be a part of the ODAC Old Dominion Athletic Conference here. Our athletic facilities will surpass your expectations. So I highly encourage you to come onto campus, speak with coaches. They're always recruiting out there. Tour our facility. We have a lot of academic support for our student athletes, as well as athletic support as well. So if you are interested in playing sports while in college, I definitely encourage you to stop by and check that out. We also have over 60 student clubs and activities here at Ferrum. So if there's one thing you can be while you're here, is active on campus. We have our student government that's totally active. You'll see them a lot of times with our SCA elections. We have Greek life, we have our outdoor club here. So you'll see those guys out in the pond in kayaks or canoes or riding bikes around campus. There's a ton of opportunities where you can be involved. So with over 60 clubs and organizations, there's something to do for everybody, from athletic clubs to academic and Greek organizations. If there's not something that you're just totally missing, then go for it. Start your own club. We 100% support it. And that's definitely a networking opportunity that you're going to carry with you, throughout the rest of your life. So a little bit about our application checklist or admissions process. The first step would be completing our application online. It's about a 5 to 10 minute process. It's 100% free if you do it online. So that would be your first step. Your second step would be sending in your official copy of your transcripts from any college or university that you've attended. We can admit you with an unofficial copy, and you can actually send that to the address below. And if you've received less than 24 credit hours in college, we would need a copy of your high school transcript as well. But as far as being a seamless transfer process from any Virginia college, we try to be, and we normally are. And the next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is our Ferrum Promise. So we make a promise to our students transferring in from a Virginia or North Carolina community college with an associate's degree that you will graduate from Ferrum College within 2 years guaranteed, or those remaining courses are on us. So it really gives students an airtight and solid graduation plan and keeps you on track so we can get you out of here on time. And we're one of the most affordable private colleges in Virginia. Students very rarely pay a full sticker price to come to Ferrum. 99% of our students do receive financial aid, which is incredible. Then we actually give over $19.5 million in institutional money. So definitely ask questions, see what scholarship opportunities are available for you. We have a lot of opportunities for transfer students coming in this year, as well as residents that are going to be living on campus and commuters as well. So just ask those questions. We're happy to answer them. And then the best way to get a feel for who we are at Ferrum is to step foot on our campus. And I encourage you to do that with any school that you're thinking about attending. And then when you do come to visit our campus, you will get a $1,000 scholarship just for visiting. So free money is something that I always encourage students to take advantage of. We also have a $2,000 transfer scholarship that we're offering transfer students this year as well, just for being admitted. So definitely reach out to us, come see us, come get a feel for who we are. And then we're always here for you. And, from the time you enter our admissions office to the time you graduate. So feel free to reach out and let us answer any questions you have. There's our email and phone number below. And it's been great talking to you all this evening.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And last, we have Virginia Tech.
Hello, good evening, folks. Let me get this shared really quick. There we go. So I'm Jared Delaney. I serve as transfer coordinator and senior assistant director in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at Virginia Tech. I'm excited to talk to you about the transfer process. There's my contact information right there. It'll come back in on the last slide, but I'm going to be throwing a lot of information pretty quick and fast at you. And there's some great resources that can help you as you think about your options and plan a transfer to Virginia Tech. Those are all hosted on our transfer admissions homepage. You can see the URL for that page right there at the bottom of your screen. So just a quick overview for Virginia Tech. For those who aren't familiar, we're located in Blacksburg, Virginia. So that is Southwest Virginia. 37,000 total students. So a large public state institution, about 30,000 students at the undergraduate level, more than 100 transfer majors, more than 200 different concentrations and ways to specify your degree. It's pretty much anything you're interested in. We probably have it and do it really well. Top rated student life. And one of my favorite rankings, top rated dining in the nation. So great campus experience overall. So much to do and get involved with on campus, a vibrant and active transfer community on campus as well. Now, I mentioned academics. I don't have time to talk about every major or even put them all up here on the screen, but they're organized across some broad disciplines. And again, just want to highlight that students at Virginia Tech study all kinds of different things, do a really great job of creating a unique educational pathway, double majoring, minoring across disciplines, really getting to explore themselves and grow into their interests, and ultimately, earn a credential that's going to help them for the next chapter, whatever that looks like. Even have fantastic graduate programs, again, if you want to stick around Blacksburg for a long time, earning a master's or a PhD. Now, this slide is packed with information, and it's designed to show some of those resources that I mentioned that are all kind of posted right there on our transfer admissions homepage. One is our transfer roadmaps, and they're designed to help you prepare for college. At Virginia Tech, in the transfer process, we're not looking at your high school record, and we're admitting you directly to a major. And so the kind of catch there is that we want to see a sizable amount of college work, a good sample size of college work in final grades that prepare you for the specific major you want to come into. So there's a roadmap for every single major. Again, a diverse kind of preparation that might be required for you to get to a specific major at Virginia Tech, but we'll hook you up with the right information that you need to make sure you build a strong pre-transfer schedule. You can also see how your credits will transfer. We have different databases that host all kinds of equivalency information. Every class from the Virginia Community College system is evaluated. We have guaranteed admissions routes from the Virginia Community College system as well, like you heard from some of my counterparts this evening. But lots of great tools there on our university transfer guide to help you understand how your credits will transfer. Also, a lot of great programming that you can take part in as a transfer student. You can live on campus as part of our on-campus community through our Transfer Experience Living Learning program. You have an optional class to help you in onboarding, a mentor program that's free for you that you'll learn about if you're admitted. Lots of great advising services. And again, lots of resources to help you with the transfer planning process, lots of programming, virtual options, in-person visit opportunities, but even some specific appointments that you can register for. If you need kind of more in-depth one-on-one help planning a transfer, that's called our Hokie Corner program. You can sign up for an appointment on our website. So here's deadline information for Virginia Tech. We are not on a rolling basis, and we do have hard deadlines for the application. We've just passed the summer and fall application deadline, so there are currently no open transfer applications, but the spring process will be coming back around before we know it. We tend to enroll about 200 to 300 students in the spring process compared to about 1,000 to 1,200 students in the summer and fall process. So you can see the deadlines there. Got some resources that'll help you as you navigate the application process. We do have our application hosted on the Common App. We do things a little bit different than other schools, and we don't use transcripts in the review process. We'll ask you to do a separate self-reported academic record, and you can learn more about that as you prepare to apply. Here's the cost of attending Virginia Tech. So in-state tuition fees, room and board, out-of-state tuition fees, room and board as well. These are pretty comprehensive, but you can see a breakdown of other fees and different kind of costs on the Office of Scholarships and Financial Aid's website. The good news is there's money to help you pay for school. There's scholarships and financial aid available to you. The thing to know about transfers is, in terms of scholarships and financial aid, apply early. There are some early priority deadlines for financial aid, for FAFSA submission, as well as a general scholarship application. And you got to apply for admission first before you can move forward with some of those things. So contact us, get in touch, look at the website, make sure you're aware of those deadlines so you can be considered for the most possible money to support your education. And then rounding us out, you can stay connected. I talked about so many different ways to stay connected with our office on all the social media sites, including TikTok with some fun content there. You connect with us under more traditional means by giving us a call, sending us an email. Feel free to reach out to me. I have a fantastic team of folks on the transfer team that can all help you, but I'm always happy to route you to whoever can best serve you. And again, a lot of this information and further resources for transfer planning are available right on our transfer admissions homepage. I'll go ahead and throw my contact info and that link in the chat for everybody as well. But thanks so much for sticking around and hearing us all talk to you tonight.
Thank you so much, Jared. All right, so everyone, all of our facilitators, they can turn on their cameras, and we are going to have a few questions and allow for our presenters to be able to answer those for students. So we're going to go in order that they presented. And the first question that we have is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think that would be me, since it seems like Catholic stepped out.
Yes.
My best advice for those of you who are going through the college process is to be really intentional. Really, when you're looking at colleges and universities to consider transferring to, really look at fit and why you think that you would really find a place there. I think oftentimes students, I mean, it depends on if you're coming from a community college or if you're coming from another four-year institution, but when they're transferring, I think they're a little bit more aware of the college process and all those logistical things. And so to really focus on why that institution would really be a good fit for you is important.
I would say to ask lots of questions. Even if you think it's a trivial question or you think it's a silly question, do not be afraid to ask that question, because chances are if you're in a room full of people, there is someone else thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking. So ask plenty of questions. Make sure you get all your questions answered about every school that you're considering, because that could shed a lot of light on whether the school is going to be a good fit for you or not. So just ask lots of questions.
Similar to what my colleagues have already said, in addition to asking questions, I always say go visit campus. You never know if you fit in or if it's a good fit for you until you step on campus. So spend a day or even a weekend in the area, in the visiting I know people talk about the food, visiting the cafeteria or the dining hall, visiting the residence halls if possible, and just seeing if you fit not only into the school, but into the town or the city that the school is located in.
All right, I had also written down ask questions, but definitely take advantage of the resources that are there for you. Those are deliberately set up for you. So I know starting undergrad, I felt a little bit clueless about the entire application process. But if there's a financial aid question that you're not sure about, or your parents not sure about, reach out to the financial aid department, reach out to your counselor. Don't be afraid to ask those questions, because you don't know unless you ask, right? So definitely take advantage of that and visit campuses as well. Find what's going to work for you. It's not a one size fits all. So get a vibe of if that's where you can see yourself being for the next 4 years or 2 years, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and it's fun to go last because I can just say, yeah, everything everybody else said. It's very, very good advice. If I were to echo or add to that from what my colleagues have said, I would say plan early as possible. And again, it goes along with asking questions, visiting campus, all those kind of things. But do your homework. It sometimes does take a little bit of work to find that fit, to find that major, that program. How do you apply? Again, you've heard from us kind of talk about the process at our schools, very different across institutions. So narrowing it down, understanding which schools and programs you're most interested in, and then figuring out an action plan and starting on that action plan early, getting help with that as you kind of develop and as you take certain steps. That can help make sure that you're going to have a successful transfer plan at the institution that you're looking to attend.
Thank you all. Okay, we have another question. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school? And because we only have about 7 minutes or so, if we can maybe have like 3 schools answered, that would be fabulous. Again, just going from your order and how you present it.
Something that I want my students to remember about Mount St. Mary's University is that every single one of our students graduates with either a GA position or employment. We have a fabulous career services office that really tries to get students in positions. 100% of our students are offered, and 91% of our students end up actually employed or graduated, or excuse me, in a GA position by the time they graduate.
I'll just say because of our small class size, or because of our smaller unit, we're on the small side when it comes to the university, excuse me. It allows for a lot of unique opportunities for our students to connect not only with their faculty and staff, but also with their respective students to build authentic relationships that can lead to internship opportunities and other things that aren't sometimes readily available for students coming out of school. So that's definitely something that we have going for us. I want people to be aware of.
I would say one thing I would want students to remember about VCU, again, we're a collection of small communities. There is a niche for everyone. I always say that we have a club for everything. There is nothing that you can't find on our campus. So I feel like just remember that there's a place for you at VCU.
Tiffany, you can go ahead and answer as well. I want Hannah, you can go ahead and answer as well. I want everyone to be able to respond.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I lost the audio there for a little bit. One thing that you can remember about Ferrum College is that we're here to get you where you want to go, no matter what that is. For example, we have a grad, a pretty recent grad, but he actually is the one, if there's any Grey's Anatomy fans on here, he killed Dr. McDreamy in the show. But my point to saying that is wherever you want to go, we're here to help you meet that and succeed. So that's what I would say about Ferrum College.
And I guess I'll round us out with this question too. But one thing to remember about Virginia Tech, I always love to share in terms of statistics that we have over a 90% retention rate for students after their first year at Virginia Tech, and that includes transfer students. So while a lot of students, again, maybe now don't find that fit, get it right the first time, or aren't happy with some aspect of their college or university, a lot of students will transfer into Virginia Tech, but there aren't a lot of students transferring out or failing out, dropping out, leaving. And that's because they're able to really, really have the type of college experience that they want. It's not a kind of box we put you in and one size fits all. It's more about being able to make the university as large or as small as you want, take advantage of those top rated academic and student life elements on campus to really find your space, to grow into that, to grow yourself, and find those spaces where you're going to be happy and successful, which is why I think we have some of the most the happiest and most satisfied students in the country by a lot of different surveys and metrics that a lot of folks like to put a lot of stock in. So that's what I would share and for folks to remember about Virginia Tech.
Great, and we have one more question for you all to answer. What is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
One myth I'd like to debunk about the college admissions process is that admissions people are not scary or inaccessible. We are here for you. We want to answer your questions. We want to help you get to where you need to be. So please reach out to us. Please ask us questions. Please utilize the resources available to you. It will make things much more pleasant and easy.
I'd say that there's no wrong way to go about attaining a college education. I went to a couple of schools before I found the school that actually worked for me, that I got my degree from. It's all about fit and what works best for you. There's no wrong way to go about doing it. You're not on anyone's timetable but your own. So take your time, figure out what you want, and go from there.
I would say don't be nervous in the application process. If you don't check every box, don't create your own barriers. I have students who will say, well, I don't have this or I don't have this, but they have so many other great qualities. So don't count yourself out. Apply. If you have questions within the application process, reach out to us. We are here to help you. It is our job to help you. So again, we are accessible and we're here for you.
One thing I'd like to kind of debunk is that you're not alone through this process. That's, why counselors are here. You don't have to go through it alone. Reach out, again, ask questions. That's our whole job and purpose. Another thing is no matter what walk of life you're coming from, just like, as I said, it doesn't matter. There's no timeline. It's you. So as long as you complete that goal, then you've been successful. Don't discredit yourself.
Again, fantastic advice, I think, from all the representatives. And I echo what they said. If I could debunk a myth, it would be don't listen to myths and don't make assumptions. And I think that those can steer you wrong sometimes. Friends can get you into a lot of trouble. Cousins and people who say they know how to do it, or maybe they went through something, the process or the planning process a year ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. Things can change. And again, you have resources at your disposal. You heard from these folks tonight. We're all happy to help you. We're real human beings who want to help you through this process. It's our job to help you through it. So feel free to reach out. Don't be shy. Don't be bashful. Reach out, ask those great questions. Don't make those assumptions, and you'll be able to navigate the process successfully.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you all for taking time to join us We've had some great panelists this evening, and I hope you learned a lot of information. For our attendees, please make sure once you close this link, you're going to be asked to just complete a quick survey. So make sure that you definitely take that. Also, sign up for more sessions so that you can learn about a lot of different universities that you'll be able to join and be a part of. And then, of course, this recording will be available at strivescan.com/Virginia if you want to come back to it and hear some of the responses that our panelists had. Thank you all, and we hope that you have a good evening.